What's up guys, my name is Nate, welcome back to Realsteelprojects. Guys, today's video is going to be a cool one because we're going to be reviewing our legendary Monster Hunter sword. Let's get stuck in. Alright guys, so first things first, this might look a little bit familiar to some of you Witcher fans. This prop's based pretty heavily on the Erendite, I think I'm saying that correctly, sword from the Witcher Wild Hunt 3. We had a client a few months back who reached out saying they wanted something along those lines, and we thought, since it was such a cool build, it was something that I'd introduce into the catalogue as something you can readily buy off the website. I thought I might take a moment just to walk you through some of the design features and what makes our sword special. Alright, so let's start at the very tip of the sword, work our way all the way back to the pommel, and we'll just chat about some of the different features on this prop. So firstly, starting off with the blade. This blade, unlike most of our Monster Hunter series, is made from 10mm thick acrylic. So acrylic is a really good choice for materials for something like this. It's really efficient at letting light transfer, so you get that bright design all the way up to the tip of the sword. There are some downsides to acrylic. It's not designed for any sort of combat, any sort of heavy use where you're hitting this against another sword blade or really too much more else. It could risk damaging the blade. Acrylic, although it is very clear, it is a fairly brittle material, so it is susceptible to damage that way. Pretty soon we're going to be working on a polycarbonate range. Polycarbonate is not quite as good at transferring light, so it's probably going to be for shorter sword blades where the design will travel through, but polycarbonate is quite literally used in bulletproofing materials, used as safety guards for machinery, so that's probably going to be an option for some people that want to be able to hit stuff with their sword. But for those reasons, and to keep it sort of convention safe, it is a plastic sword that has a dulled edge, so this should be all good to take into any convention that you go into, if that was something that you're interested in. Otherwise, it's a lightweight prop you can hang on the wall, it's something you can carry around. It's just a really cool thing to have, and you don't have that danger factor that you do with some metal blades. So what we do is when we get our sword blades, they're all hand ground, one at a time by me. So that's the same process that we do for our metal sword blades when we make metal props. That's all flat ground on the belt grinder. We go through about 4 different grits and then eventually a polish. The sword's then painted with a bunch of different paints to get that really sort of pitted steel look to it. I'll do some close-ups in a moment, some B-roll footage, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. And then for this particular case, we've gone through and we've done that sort of Erendite, pretty iconic etchings through here. However, if the customer was interested, we can do custom. So don't be afraid if you do buy something from us, send us an email, let us know if you want something custom. I'm doing the engraving anyway by hand, so it's no extra work for me to put in a message that you might want. Alright, so working our way down to the guard now, you can see that this piece and a lot of the other pieces throughout are stainless steel. We use a 304 grade food and medical stainless steel. Strong as an ox, it's welded to our socket for the blade. That's probably something else worth mentioning. Our swords feature a removable blade. That's mainly for shipping, however, it also makes it pretty easy when you're going from convention to convention, or if you're traveling, say if you're using this for cosplay, if you're traveling to a location, you don't have to travel with a full sword in your car. It's just 2 screws to take that down. This also works for when people want the lightsaber variants. They can swap between the blade or the lightsaber round kind of look. They are very sturdy in there. You can give these a real swing and they're not going to come out as long as you've got those 2 done up tight. Moving back to the handle. So the question we get quite a lot is, are our handles round or are they oval? So for this particular one, well, it's both. But for most cases, depending on whether the customer's looking for a lightsaber or a sword. So if they're buying one of our enchanted swords, 99 times out of 100, they're going to be an oval shaped handle. And that just feels better in the hand, gives you more of that edge alignment, although we're not fighting with these. But also conveys that look, the oval grip. For lightsabers, it makes more sense to have a round handle, especially with an omni edge blade, the round blade. The round handle kind of makes a lot more sense. But for a practicality side of things, it means that we can take the blade and fit it down further into the handle being round. It's got contact 360 degrees around the blade, giving it a way stronger connection inside of the hilt. So you really can wail on things with the lightsaber blades there and not risk damages. So like I said, this one has both features. It has that oval handle there, and it has the round to the back. If you look at some of the Erendite pictures, depending on which media source you're looking at, you can see that it does have that sort of long sword tapered handle where it gets a lot smaller at the bottom. So we would sort of carry that through. Might be a little bit hard to pick up on camera, but it is wide oval to circle, and then if you flip it that way, it goes the other way. So we have the oval to the rounder circle. Gives it a really good grip in the hand. And yeah, it sort of has that long sword feel that we were going for with this. It's worth mentioning that the handstop on these is also stainless steel that's welded in place. And then we have a real genuine kangaroo leather grip. Kangaroo leather is awesome for this type of application. Kangaroo leather takes a pattern really well. It's nice and soft even when it's glued down so tight. Really authentic feel to it. I think this is what really helps set off some of our props. The stippling effect is done by once we glue down the leather to the handle, we take a wax coated cotton twine and we start at one end and we wind all the way up to the other end. This takes a really long time and is very, very time consuming, it's very tedious, but it gives us such a really good look. It's something I'm really proud of on our swords and feature. It's hard work because it needs to be incredibly tight the whole way along, so there's a whole process involved in doing that, but I think it's worth doing. It really helps set these prop off. It is easy to change the blade colour. As you can see, I'm starting to go through the cycles now. You can see the purples, the reds. You do have a pretty big range of colours that you can choose from. We'll just leave it there for the moment. But yeah, we get a lot of emails, people saying, oh, we want this specific colour of light up blade. Well, all of our electronics are able to change throughout, so it's not something that you don't have to stress too much about dedicating the whole prop to one colour. Of course, you can set it to a colour and then leave it that way. You don't have to change it between, but if you want the ability to do so, it's in every single one. Alright, so onto the pommel. This is probably one of the coolest parts of this piece. It kind of has like a flanged mace feel about it. We get the little wolf heads on the pommel. We get them laser cut by a local family-owned laser cutting company in Lonsdale. They do a really good job for us, and I think it just really sets these pieces off. They're all individually cleaned up, then welded to our main body of the pommel. This is a thick, mild steel. For that reason, I've given it a coat of paint so that you don't have to worry about rust in the future. It's got this nice floral pattern on the bottom of it, and it just gives, especially with the plastic blade, a great sort of balance to it. Because the weight is a little bit further back, it feels really agile and nimble in your hand. And yeah, I just think these are just really cool props. If you like this kind of content, please let me know. We do tons of different builds throughout the week. We build all different things from andrils to Daedric swords to you name it. Full out laser rifles, we do heaps of different things. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of these types of videos where I break things down, please leave a comment down below. If you have any questions about these types of props, also hit me up down in the comments below. I read all the comments. I just wanted to thank all nearly 100,000 subscribers. That's a crazy number. It seems that every time I get a chance to talk to you guys one-on-one, we're hitting new milestones. I just feel super blessed. Thank you so much to all of our subscribers. If you want to join the team, by all means, just hit the subscribe button. We're going to do more of this type of content. Between us, we have a podcast coming soon, and that'll be very exciting to launch that. If you want to support us, you can always head over to our website and have a look at some of the different things we have there, such as this, a whole bunch of other things that we make. But the biggest thing you can do, believe it or not, is just leave a like on this video. That helps us get to more people. Like I said, with the algorithms being weird as they are, a simple like goes a really, really long way. I don't want to be all YouTube tropey, but if you feel like you want to help us out, that's one awesome way to do it. Most importantly, guys, I'm just grateful that you stayed around and watched this video. And until next time, cheers.